Good morning to everyone out there in the Matrix. I hope everybody's doing well today, staying safe and sound in this crazy, mad world. Today I'm going to do a reading with regards to the fake news, fake mainstream media news, and see what the cards might have to say. Could be interesting. I'll start off by saying that if you would like to support my readings, you can do so. There's a link in the description box below for PayPal. If you would like a private reading, the contact information is also in the description box below. I've already shuffled these cards with my query. I've already cut the cards. So let me see what is going to come up. The very first card is the Lovers. Where am I at here? The Lovers. Major Arcana. So with with regards to mainstream media, the fake news kind of across the board, um, there is going to be some major revelations that are going to soon come to light. Some that have not previously come to light. And this is, these individuals are like, whoa, they're like really at the top of the pyramid, so to speak. Um, some very, very powerful peoples within that industry. And this card is saying that the information that is going to come to light is going to be very difficult to suppress, even though they control the narrative. This information that is going to be revealed, this being the Lovers card, I'm getting the feeling that this is not, how do I put this? This is not lovers in respects to, let's say, consenting adults. Some very scary crap there, y'all, coming through on this card. This information is going to be tried to be buried, ridiculed, fact checked, but the information is going to be overwhelming, and there are quite a few of these individuals, CEOs of these major news media outlets are connected to this. I'm going to pull another card here. So this is the Two of Cups here. Where am I at? Boom. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. So this is at the after this information is divulged, there there are going to be great losses, even though no matter how powerful they are and their connections, the information that is going to come out about these people is going to be so damning that it is going to, in some respects, and it has to do with financial, but it is going to be very draining. It's going to be very, very costly for these individuals. The very next cup is where am I at? The Three of Cups. And again, very next card, it is saying that these individuals that this information is released about are in celebration because it is believed, and to a certain degree it is true, that they actually do control the information that people hear, and they're in celebration in the beginning that they are able to discredit this information, but it's going to be short lived. And as you could see, these cups are empty. So while they may celebrate in the beginning, it's going to be costly financially, but there is more at stake here than finances, and that is without a doubt. Pull another card here. I have the Ten of Wands. So this this collection of information regarding these individuals has been collected over time, but it has gotten now to the point that this information has been collected, consolidated, and those that have this information, it is now time for them to come forward, and we're going to see this happen very soon. And it is going to rock the boat. The information that is going to come out about some of these very powerful, and in their minds untouchable, but they're very mistaken. Pull another card here. So I have another major arcana card. What am I at here? The Emperor. So there are there are first thing that is coming through is money changers, which I associate with banks that are so incredibly connected to these CEOs of all of these mainstream media companies. There are some banks, some money changers, some usury that is going to be implicated in this, and through through some kind of money transactions that was thought to be like very encrypted, untraceable or something, was in fact not. It was actually hacked. It is also going to come to light, and this connection with certain banking institutions that are very prominent in this, should that be traced, it is should should that should these connections with this money transaction thing be traced, um it's gonna lead to some very I have to pull another card on that. I seem to be getting a block from that. Wow, another major arcana card. For me, this is the most feared card in the deck. The Tower card. This information that is connected to these banking institutions and these untouchable CEOs of this fake news apparatus that we have worldwide, it is going to crumble when this information comes out. And I'm getting the distinct feeling that it is going to come out. It is going to be try to be ridiculed. It's going to try to be fact checked and all this stuff. There's not going to be any hiding this because of this this trail, this connection between the individuals in the fake news and these banks. It's like conspiracy. The connection, as I would say in the very beginning of this reading, is that it is a connection to lovers, so to speak, in a sexual nature, though they are not consenting adults. And this is going to be very damning. It's going to be very damning, and we're going. This is gonna happen very soon. Excuse me. The next card I have here, the Three of Swords. the these untouchable people, and they have been untouchable so far, they they are going to be very heartbroken. They're going to be very heartbroken. They're going to be devastated because the information that is going to be revealed will be irrefutable, though they will try to discredit it. It is not going to work. It's it's almost like the this information is so so damning and obvious and conclusive that like heads are going to roll. It's not pretty. It's not pretty where this leads back to the connections with the money changers, these certain banks, and these very prominent, very well protected, I might add, CEOs of these fake news outlets. They're going to be very disappointed because they're going to find out that there are going to be people, individuals that are going to turn on them to save their own ass because the information is so irrefutable that there are going to be people that are going to validate it. So this next card is a seven of wands, and I'm sensing through this card that the the person that is going to bring this information to light is a male. And again, the information that he has is very incriminating. And this man, this male individual, is not an older man. He is more, I'm getting in his 30s, maybe his mid 30s, and not even so much his late 30s, but maybe more of his early 30s. But this male is younger male and not middle aged or anything like that. I'm going to pull one more card for this reading. So, this is another major arcana card, the World. So this information that is going to be suddenly released very soon, this apparatus is worldwide. The connection being through, again, banking institutions are coming up. in with connection with the CEOs of this fake media. Many of them put your ABC, and I say ABC, not necessarily saying them, though it could be, but I'm just saying any of those three-letter, you know, news outlets, and also not necessarily that it is the on the TV type networks, but also the ones that are owned, you know, the newspapers, the magazines. There's a lot of stuff hidden in these magazines and these newspapers, kind of like I'm getting the feeling, read between the lines on it, or it's so buried in a bunch of clutter and riffraff type thing in the newspaper or magazines, but it's there if you were to see it. But this connection, this information that will soon be revealed regarding the bank's connection to these media outlets, fake news outlets, is worldwide. It is not. It is not isolated just to the United States. It runs all through. It runs. It is just the the earth, the world itself. It permeates all of that, all of the world. It's not exclusive to the United States. And this, it is the four corners of Earth, so it's all across Earth, and it. This is again the the damning information soon to be revealed has to do with non-consenting adults, and they will not, those individuals, the bankers that are involved in this money changing, the transference of money with connection with the fake news media, the individuals that control those narratives, there is going to be no escaping the incriminating evidence that is soon to be revealed. And again, it is going to catch a lot of people. How do I say it? It's going to catch a lot of people off guard, though. People are aware of this whole thing, and without being too explicit on a public reading, most people would be aware of what I'm talking about when I talk about non. How, if I'm saying that right, non-consenting adults. They are not adults. They're not. They're below the age of being even able to consent. This is a connection that it's gonna be. Woo. Show this card one more time. You can't deny that this is going to be inescapable evidence, and there are going to be some very, very powerful people that have been very powerful and have been very well protected for many, many years are going to fall like dominoes, because there are going to be individuals that have been aware of this, and in some ways, while not necessarily actively participating in what was going on, they were full aware of it in a conspiratorial instance. And when this information is revealed, those individuals are going to begin to sing like canaries. So that's about it for this reading. Time will tell. My video reading that I did a couple of weeks prior to the information that was revealed yesterday about the nominee for the Supreme Court Justice was in that reading. In that reading, I mentioned that there was going to be a woman that was going to come to the forefront, and she has not been on the media squawking. She was going to kind of come out of nowhere. it happened, and I gave that reading, and I forget, a week or so before it even was suggested that this female Supreme Court justice was going to be nominated. And I believe the title of that video was something like "The Plot Trump 2020 Election" or something like that. But anyways, it'd be easy enough to find. But anyways, that is it for this reading, and I hope everybody stays safe out there and keep your eyes and ears open because there is a lot going down. I'm ending this transmission.